welcome. Actually, so that's maybe a little bit better. I don't know. Welcome. Yeah, we are back. Side note, I tried, well, I chose not to do it today. Oh yeah, thank you. I forgot that again. Let me quickly do that. Still need to get used to that I have to post that. Beautiful two-factor authentication. Oops. Like that. Post that here. Not that I think you cannot even have the role currently on the server. I still need to fix that. But yeah. Let's post it. You don't have to be, no, yeah, that's true. But somehow you chose to be today. It's not on me. Give me a second, I forgot something. Be right back. Forgot my cable for charging. So when you change your setup a little bit. Speaking about setup, I mean, I did that already in the past, but I played a little bit around this morning. Again with NeoVim. Still not getting warm, like still not getting used to it. Still need to do a little bit more off-stream work with it before I can try to do it. Like, I mean, I could, but it doesn't feel comfortable yet to use it, so we will stay with SED for now. And I'm not sure if I stay with NeoVim or SED or VS Codium. I didn't decide yet. I'm just trying out a couple of different editors, I guess, at this point. What's definitely nice is playing around with all of them a little bit and like getting used to setting up everything in terms of like I way better understand now what I need to do to get C# working, for example. No, I don't know. Cursor is like full AI, right? There's like no way around it, or is there? That is sad. Which Captain Chica suggested. I don't know. Are you using it, Captain Chica, or did you just see it and post it in the chat and or did you start using it? Okay. Yeah, SED seems to be written in Rust, yeah. Because all the plugins are in Rust as well. It's from at least one of the guys from the Atom editor is in there, which scared me a little bit. Well, scared me. I didn't like Atom or however you pronounce it, but yeah, and you can see the resemblance a little bit to Atom here, in my opinion, but yeah. Whatever. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I think it has some things going for it. How was it again? I did now so much in NeoVim this morning that I'm a little bit not used to those hotkeys again, but let's see. That being said, so what was missing? I think the whole generation part was missing. Sure, let's see if I can answer it. But yeah, you can ask. That reminds me, maybe we open Onyx on the second screen, or second workspace. So I think that we need to go to component generator. Yeah, exactly. And then here, well, I can remove that. And I can probably, well, let's comment that for now. And then let's see if we have everything I need here. Well, not necessarily, right? Because I definitely need more things on the name and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and there were other problems with the attributes. Yeah, I can remember. It's a little long ago. Well, not that long ago, but a little bit. So I guess we need the current namespace. Yeah, I think that's something I changed quite recently because I have not implemented MIP levels. I think that's the only reason why. I think in the past I had a transition there for other MIP levels as well. But I think I took it out mostly because I don't support them anyways currently. If I remember correctly, something about that. If I'm remembering correct. I think... yeah, this I think here needs to be... wait, was it this one? Yeah, I think so, right? I think here I would need to transition all of them in this line. And this one... yeah, I think it needs a... previously, I'm pretty sure the old core to transition layout had here a MIP lever, which I don't have anymore currently. Yeah. Previously they had like a MIP level and a MIP count here, but they don't exist anymore. I removed them. I don't know when exactly, but yeah. Yeah, because you need to have it here, right? Or maybe here, yeah. Exactly, it even says here to do fix. I don't have MIP levels yet. That's on... yeah, soon TM. It shouldn't be too much of work, I think, to get them running. Yeah. So if the question was, are MIPs working in Onyx? No, they are not. And yes, I do think... Wait, does each map level have its own layout? Probably, yeah. Should I blip map n based on map 0 or map n minus 1? I think you always do n minus 1 as far as I know. So you always go from the previous level. But again, I am not an expert yet on that myself. In all the engines I used so far, that was already done right. But I think it was always... Yeah, it basically built it from its predecessor. Ah, no problem. Even though I didn't really help too much, but... Okay, so, well, let's go up, let's go down. Let's give here the namespace, probably with it. Do I have the namespace here? Oh yeah, I do, a modular namespace stack, I guess. And I guess that was an I enumerable. Of namespace stack. Namespace. Why do I have this again here? Why do I have 2 times? Whatever. No, I don't. I mean, you don't need to go down like that far, right? It's more like where you stop. And I think usually you would want to probably stop at a power of 2, and it doesn't really make sense to go down to size 1, I would say. I'm actually not sure what the... I think we had like... Usually you do it like to like a certain like MIP level, right? And you have like, let's say 5 or 6 MIP levels. And whatever the size is, then at the end you leave it at that. You don't go all the way down. And you always go basically at a power of 2 normally. So if you have a 4K, the next one is like 2K. And stuff like that. Then you... Most of the time I'd guess you end up with like 256 or something like that. That's the last one, maybe 64. Yeah. Don't think you want to go that low, because basically at that point you have a single color, and then what do you do with that MIP? I mean, like what do you do with that texture if it's like a single color? Namespace stack, perfect. Or do I need to, does it want me to initialize that or what? Yeah, I guess. Enumerable. String, oh no, sorry, empty. String. That. Why would that not be like you would want it? What? Oh, okay, collection can be simplified. How? Really, that works? Okay, well, today I learned. That's nice actually if that works, but okay. So we definitely want to go down where we parse a component and add a component here. There, just like that. New component. Fully qualified name is where we basically get our oops, we need to join like that. Jesus. Name space stack. Oh, is that the static? No. Oh. Fully qualified namespace, I guess. Yeah. Okay, send herb. No, I did it. Where we can do colon, I guess. New component, oops. Name. So that's that, and then new component path. Do we have that? Okay, we don't actually. I think that would be quite nice to have though. I can include path actually. And I guess that would be component generator. So it's basically it's this, I think. Well, it's both of them, I guess. Well, it's basically this, right? So I guess we go up. Maybe do a private string include path. Generated include path, maybe. Why does that not work? Okay, whatever. Generated include path is... Okay, we need a little more, I guess. Or do I need out public path? That's just where we output it, right? I don't think I need that. Do I need that? So we definitely get this one here. And then that would be... I mean, that's fine, we can do that. I just need to get the include directories then, I guess. And at that point, maybe we create a constructor. Is typed. We did it here as well. Okay. Cool. So we have that. The only thing... namespace path suffix. What? Okay, I think actually it's maybe not even that. Why? Well, it's definitely that part we definitely need. But then I think this is not needed, like the public path here. I think it's not needed. And I think it's just that. And we need the namespace suffix. Or do I need that? I don't think so, actually. Why? Not necessarily, right? Or I guess. Well, let's add it for now. Let's see. So I guess here. And then we need to include path extension here or what? Where do I still have that? How did I do that? No, wait. Okay, that's fine. Never mind. Core, probably. Okay, yeah. Let's see where we end up with that. It probably doesn't build, but let's see. The name path extension doesn't exist in the current context. Oh well, this one definitely then needs the module namespace stack. Then we had to include directories first. Namespace stack and then namespace path suffix, I guess. Yeah. Almost. Oh yeah, and then okay, that makes sense. Unreachable code. Oh, and then what? Oh, we didn't save. That's annoying. Oh, and then all right. Nope, still not. Oops. What? That is internal. But now we are perfect. And I always forget the one thing here. Okay, it's F7, but okay. Relative path is components graphics. That is almost correct. Wait, why? Hold on. Let's restart. I think we don't want to remove the relative path then. At least I think we don't want to remove the relative path. Wouldn't that be like more correct? Onyx game core components graphics. And what is the like Onyx game core? Okay. But I think that's fine, right? It's maybe because we append then later. Okay, I see. But I think that's maybe not needed. I think I know what I did there, but I think in this case I don't need that. And I just need this. And now we go down. Oops. New component. And we basically enable that one again. And say include path is generated include path. Or not do I wait, hold on, maybe I don't do it like that. Maybe the only thing I do is give it the path. And then this one would be just file path. And let's get rid of that. And then that would be basically just a path of the component, but it's fine for now, we can still keep it like that. Question is, do I have a wire? And then there was one thing. When we construct the attribute, where is that attribute? Yeah, we're here, right? This one. I think I want to do if our type contains, or what is it actually? Is it here? Yeah. Well, if it's unit, okay. I think I need to kill it. What? Ah, god damn it. Where is it? Yeah. I still need to return. I guess I forgot something, but we will fix that later. But first I want to fix the attribute. So we have the type, which should be that, but then the parameters are unit and display unit, which is of course not correct. I mean, it's half correct. Why would that be the case? Do I have not, or maybe it's parsing it wrong. Grammar.js. For the attribute arguments, what do we do here? And that's an expression. And the expression is a literal, an identifier, or an initializer list. Well, that's not quite correct. I think I need more than that. Do I have an equal here as well? Assignment expression, maybe. Well, it's not quite right. Or I guess it's a dot named assignment, maybe. I'm not sure. What is the what do you call that actually? Isn't the named assignment? I don't know. But it's like copy that. Oops. And it's basically an identifier. Plus an equal sign. Oops. Plus an expression, I guess. And an expression again could be a literal, an identifier. Oh, that's a loop. Never mind. So I guess we'll do a choice here instead. Jesus, that's not what I wanted. Choice. Of $literal. Or identifier, I guess. Or an initializer list is fine as well, I guess. But not a named assignment. Or maybe the expression then shouldn't be that, right? Because then it could be an expression. Identifier that, and then this would be here an expression. Is that correct though? Well, I need to then rebuild anyways again. And then an attribute argument is comma separated this or named initializer, I guess. Does that work? I mean, I guess that should work. Don't want that it does that reformat. Can I save without the reformat? Save without format, okay. Cool. And then I need the tree-sitter thing, which I don't have yet. So I guess we download it here. Give me a second. So let's open where we were. Well, I think I need to unzip it first, right? Yeah. I think I have gzip. Yeah. So we can gzip and then downloads. Where am I? Okay, no, I have downloads. Okay, it's in uppercase downloads. Of course, I need to delete those. And now I should have, hopefully, yeah. And then I need to make that executable. So I guess it's a gmod plus x. In the downloads tree-sitter that. Then I think that should work already, right? Yeah. Perfect. And then I can't remember actually anymore what the command was, but tree-sitter CLI. It was, well, maybe it was build or generate. Was one of the two, or one of the two. So that would be done. Here we go into projects. Now we need to do, I think, a generate or a build. I'm not sure. Let's try generate first. Oh, okay. But I think, do I need a build then as well? Maybe, right? Oops. Oh, I did it again. Do I need a beard? Oops. Maybe. I definitely need to copy the out then, probably. Cool. File history. Does absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, I mean, let's see what we get then. So I definitely would want to output here the arg. Well, actually the current symbol, I guess. And then let's hit F5. That should rebuild our thing, but I think I need to copy over the tree sitter. Copy. And then I need to paste that in here. Is that not it? Oh, not in OBJ. In bin, of course. Okay. Might work. I need a better prompt than the default one. What do you mean? What do you mean? Explain yourself. Well, explain it to me. Not explain yourself. Identifier. Now we have identifier error, comma, identifier error. Great. That didn't work out as well as I would have hoped. Attribute arguments. Do I not have? Any sequence, and we have an identifier, an equal sign. Why is it? Oh no, no, that should be fine. Unfortunate. It's an expression or that. But I don't think this identifier is fine, right? Identifier token. Yeah, I think that's fine. Where? Or would it need to be a string literal? Maybe it needs to be a string literal actually. Here or what? Here it sometimes says abnormal or what? Funny. I mean, maybe it needs to be a string literal actually. Here. Or what is this? Oh no, maybe not. Never mind. String literal is wrong. So identifier should be fine. That's tree sitter. And usually that's quite nice and it worked quite well. But I wrote that whole thing on my Windows machine and yeah, well, with a little bit more time and effort. And it's really not that, well, usually it was quite easy to add new things. But I'm not quite sure why this doesn't work. What I would want to know is... ah, shit. Project start. And let's go here, external, out. And then, oops. I mean, yes, I would want that, but for now I would want to have, where is the view? Details. So that is not from, which day is today? Isn't today already? Yeah, it's not from today. Okay, so I didn't rebuild that. So I guess I would need to rebuild my tree-sitter stuff. And that's maybe why it wasn't working. So let's go to project, start, tools, code gen. Shouldn't that have rebuilt that though? .NET build, I think. But it didn't do it. Okay, well it did now, so maybe... The thing is, does it even have... Before I do that... Did it even update those files? I mean, maybe it didn't. Did it even fail to compile parser? Wait, maybe it didn't even do it? Ah, frick. Ah, yeah, okay. Why would it think it would need to do that? Okay, maybe I need to go to the full folder then. I can't remember anymore how it was actually done, to be honest. 3-seater external Onyx, well, 3-seater Onyx. Downloads. Oops. 3-seater. Build. Did that do now something? I mean, if I do this. Oh wait, do I need to generate here? Okay, and now build. And that. Well, the build. Maybe I don't need the build actually. Hold on. I don't know what the build does. But maybe the generate is fine. And now if I go back up. It's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, that's fine. Well, I don't need to do that, I think. Well, no, let's do it. .NET build. And that should give me here. Yeah. And then I can paste that into here. And then we can close all of that, and then we can close that. And hopefully get a... Oh yes, named initializer. Perfect. So I guess it was just not rebuilding it. And the others are still identifier, right? If we don't have a named one. But is that what it's called in C++? What do you call that? If you have... Where is it? This one. Is this a named initializer? When you give it the name of the member. I think to record is called a named initializer, but a named initializer list or named initializer, I don't know. It definitely should have a name, and it probably has a name, but I don't know what to call it. So for now it's called named initializer. I don't know. Designated initializer. I mean, let's ask ChatGPT. Why not? What is it called in C++ if I... Yeah, exactly the one without. Designated initialization. Designated initializer. Is that really it, or did it imagine that? Oh, designated initializers. Oh yeah, okay, that is it. Okay. Designated initializer. Well, I didn't know the name. So I guess I will rename it then in the rules file. But not for now, because, yeah. I don't want to rebuild everything. I mean, probably I can actually now. I think it should be quite easy. So basically I just go to the grammar file again. Why does it sometimes, like, this thing is very bizarre. Is there an open recent? Oh, not project. Why does it have project here? Oh wait, is it here? Oh, it is here. Nice. Designated. Yeah, I think that's right. And then where did we have it? Here. Gee. Save without format. Thank you. Now we go to workspace 4. And we go back into our beautiful folder. So we go back into core, the tree-sitter, external tree-sitter, Onyx. Nope, it was generate. I mean, let's do a build, I don't know. Might be quite handy to do. What did I do here? Okay. Now it works again. Up. Jesus, what did I do? And then .NET build. Even though I don't think I need that. And then we need to, I think I still need to copy this manually, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? I think there is something wrong with the setup. In a debug build. Like in the actual runtime, it works, like for the engine build and stuff like that, it copies it correctly. But for debug builds, I don't think it copies those. Which is unfortunate. So in theory that we should now see designated initializer, hopefully. Yeah. Cool. So what we can do with that is we can then do, well, we can probably switch on this then. Even though it's like only 2 values, but what? Oh, that. Oops. Break. Designated initializer. Okay. The thing is, I actually have no idea. Well, break that, we bring that here. And then the question is, what did I need to do there? So component generator, because I have no idea how I parsed that. Attribute parameter. Did I just pass it in as a full string with the equal? Was that the thing? Get attribute. Oh yeah, we split it on the named parameter here. Well, I guess... Yeah, I guess I have to do that. But yeah, before it probably was marked as an error, so what we could do is we just... I could just probably ignore it, right? Actually. I guess I could... I guess I could just ignore it. I think that should be fine now. Because now I should get the correct thing, hopefully. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, makes sense. We only are allowed to do that if arg current symbol is identifier. Or arg current symbol is that. I think that's because we don't want the parentheses. So the thing is, this should now hopefully be correct. Yeah. And that should work again. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, we passed it correctly. I think we finished without the crash, yeah. Cool. I will add a comment here to do we want to actually parse the designated? Because maybe we want that, but for now I don't see why we would need it, because we split it well, I guess we could then pass it in correctly already. Maybe. I guess it's a matter of well, I do it based on I think I do a hash map currently, to be honest. But then again, I would actually recommend you to not bind, like I would recommend you to not use descriptor sets anymore. Look into bindless and buffer device addresses. I think they are superior. So bindless, you will have one descriptor set layout and that's it, right, for your textures, and you just bind to that. And then you don't need to bind individual textures anymore, so that's a big benefit. And then buffer device addresses take away every single descriptor set for a buffer. And I think that's way easier, and it doesn't really have a performance decrease. And it makes everything so much simpler. My engine is in the middle of that. Yeah, maybe. But I think by the time that my engine is ready, mobile has it as well. Yeah, I mean, I would probably do a hash map as well. I don't think it will be too slow, to be honest. It's mostly, I think a hash map is conceptually nicer because it conveys what you want to do, probably with the amount of data you store in their vector with a linear search on the ID of the string. Like if you have a hashed version of it, it's probably faster. So maybe I would, in hindsight, I would probably recommend that hash your string, store it as an ID within your struct, and then do a linear search on a vector with that. It's probably faster because you will have like what, 10, 20 entries in your vector. So probably faster than the hash map. Or same speed as the hash map. Let's put it that way. Because I think a hash map only outperforms like at 1,000 or something like that, or not exactly. Probably best to measure, but it usually doesn't outperform in like very small cases, right? All right. All of that being said, I think it's time to test if we can change the component generator here to actually use the new thing. It will most likely crash because it crashed before. But let's see where it crashes. Here. Perfect. Type name. Probably empty, right? Type name is Narlia. So where do we come from? Here. And then we're going to generate that. And now we have current namespace, and we have okay. The OCD type name is empty or what? Of the field. What did I do that for? I mean, it doesn't really need to be its own container, right? You could just do an std vector and an std find if. No, I'm not too familiar with that. I never really, I mean, even though like DirectX is quite common in the games industry, well, because Windows is like the main platform, right? I never really had to deal with like the low level of DirectX yet. I was at Ubisoft, like massive graphics programmer, but it was higher level than the render core stuff. And then the only close thing I did with the render core was Vulkan related, because I wouldn't say responsible, but at the end I took over parts of the Vulkan thing for Stadia. I was responsible for fixing it for Stadia, and then Stadia got cancelled anyways, but that's another story. Okay, so I see. Okay, that's just missing. So if we go to field here, field, then field.ocd type name is type toString, and then we need the type database, I guess, as well. So that would be, where is, yeah, we resolve it like that. Okay, yank that. The default value, I don't need to do anything special anymore. But we definitely need that. And I need the type database then. Namespace stack. Namespace stack. And then we need to go here and have the type database here. Alright. That is type name. Shouldn't that be correct? Oh, well, we need it as a string, I guess. I'm not sure if I need anything else here. Let's see. Where this is done. Field type is type. Field dot specialize template types. I'm not sure. Do I need anything else then? Oh, the default value maybe. No, I have the default value. Maybe, fine. Let's see. Oh yeah. Type database. Did it finish? It did. I will take a quick break, get some more stuff to drink. Maybe a coffee actually. Yeah, I will get a coffee, 1 or 2 minutes. Be right back. Then we see where we are with the code chain. All right. Let's get the sweater. We have the window open and it's still fresh outside, but not covered. I don't want to get sick, to be honest. All right. Yeah, I wanted to see what comes out here now. Transform component Gen H. That looks not too bad if it was actually produced. Well, okay, this is wrong. But otherwise, I'm pretty impressed. It looks pretty solid. Like, it's still mostly working. Except for that. And I mean, we have the double... parenthesis here. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, pretty good. Another thing I wanted to do is transform inspector. Looks fine as well. Okay, that is... Why is that wrong? Isn't that what it should be? In included file, expected expression. What? What is the problem? Because that seems to work. I don't even know what you want from me. But okay. We will see if it builds later, but first let's fix the most obvious mistake, which is this thing here. I'm wondering where it comes from. Well, I mean, for sure from the default value, right? Default value. Field initializer. I guess we would want to then not have... Well, I need to look at the grammar for that. So the field initializer, is it hard-coded? It's an assignment expression or an initializer list. And if it's an assignment expression, it's that plus expression, which can be an initializer list as well. So I guess... And then initialize a list is another list of that. Which is... Ooh, okay. Let me think, how would I want to do that then? Because I definitely don't want to... Well, I guess. Wouldn't it be fine if I... Let's actually try that. So if the default value starts with this, then we just skip it. Why does that not work? Oh, I mean, I guess we could do that. Oops. Skip assignment operator. Oops. If present. So I think that should be better. That should get rid of this one here, hopefully. Yeah. And then the other question is, where do we component generator? So where do we use the default value? Should probably be somewhere here in generate. It's the debug stuff. I don't care about that. Default value. If the default value is empty, we do that. Otherwise, we do this. Which I guess is fine. Okay, then maybe I need to parse the default value a little bit smarter. Never mind. Well, I guess what I need to do, oops, is for each let's first do that, which we're spamming quite a lot, but what can you do? Assignment expression. Is it really always an assignment expression? Did I really do that? Oh yeah, I guess I did. I mean, that's fine, probably. So let's do if C, well, let's do a switch statement, I guess. Current symbol. case. Then let's go one layer deeper, I guess. I will put that into a nicer function, but I want to see what we have here. Oops. And well, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we have float literal assignment expression initializer list. Well, that makes sense because I think, yeah. Okay, that makes kind of sense. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we add a function here, parse field initializer. And that will be, or that will go here. Parse field initializer. What did I do? That was too much. Right? Was it too much? Well, it looks like it was too much. Oh, well, it was too little, okay. Now it's correct. At least I think it is. Is it not? Oh, how did I break that? Okay, now it's correct. Yeah, I will delete that, but whatever. Private string parse field initializer. Well, parse field default value. Well, yeah, maybe. Or is it field initializer? No, let's call it field initializer. Why not? We get a TS cursor. Like that. Wait, I think. I think this needs to go here, right? Oops. Well, return that for now. And then we basically do a for each. Why is it like formatting it so weirdly? But okay, whatever. If we are an assignment expression, we need to go deeper. And the other one is if we are an initializer list. Oh no, if we are an assignment expression, it's that, right? Otherwise, probably are already some sort of literal. I need to add that test case there though, but yeah. Now we need another. That looks somehow busted. Oh, that looks fine, but why would that be so weird? Okay, now it formatted, whatever, why it ever formatted it now correctly, who the hell knows. I guess we do a private string parse initializer list. And I guess we get a list out here, because why not? TS cursor. TypeScript mentioned? Who said TypeScript? Where? TS is not TypeScript, always. No, it's three-sitter. I know you have Vietnam flashbacks when you hear TypeScript or TS, but it's not everything is TypeScript. Don't worry. I guess we could have here case initializer list. Or is it? Oops. Default value, I guess. Well, or we could return string join. I guess. Okay. Sag. Whoever that HR is, I need to get a new HR department. I guess, do I want to split here though? Or is this just getting the content and putting it in? What? No, that's not what I said. I would never do that. It's called restructuring. You're not firing people. The company is just restructuring. And then the assignment expression. Where we need to basically go one layer deeper, so maybe it's just return parse field initializer with an argument here. Where? Kinda like that, but probably not. What is happening? List string initializer. I am not sure if I want to do it like that, but let's do it for now like that. And then we add the initializer here. Add this, and then we break at the end. And we do here as well. Initializer, add range. Although, sorry, no, we probably just add like that. Because that's like one argument, right? It's the idea, I think. Now we break here. And then here I'd say we string join everything together again. Probably something along those lines. Let's see what gets out of here. So I guess I put a breakpoint in my field initializer. And let's put a breakpoint here. Ooh, Kotlin. No, actually I don't mind Kotlin. Okay, so we have maybe something here. Okay, we don't have anything here, great. Then we have an empty string here. And then we have a bunch of... What did I do here? Why do I have triple commas here? Good one. How did I break that? What? How did I even manage that? Oh, is it because I'm adding here the commas? Probably, right? I think I have to skip them. Oops. Continue. I think at least it's something along those lines. That is true. Kotlin has some nice lambda stuff. Yeah, that is true. Can't argue with that. All right, that's a little better. The only question is, why do I have at the start and at the end some commas? That one I don't understand. So I guess we hit this, right? Yeah. So I'm curious. Oh, because I put in the parentheses as well. I see. Oh, that makes kind of sense. Do I need to... Well, actually, maybe there is a name. Current node is named, I think. And if that's not the case, then we continue, I think. Let's restart. I think that should be fair better. Yeah. Is that correct? Oh, I'm not sure. Well, let's see what comes out of the initializer list then. Well, I guess we would need, if it's an initializer list, I think I want to have it in like the parentheses again. No, if Singer here. Well, I guess. Let's add some nice spacing here. And then we always want to as well parse that correctly. So basically, where is that? Probably in parse down there. The question is, where was that? Here, get format literal. Yank that. Go back. Paste that in here. And then we need to parse in the type, I guess. Oh, but that doesn't exist at that point. Well, I guess it does, to be honest. Actually, it does. Because what we can do is delete that. Put that here. Delete that word. do that. And then we can parse that in here. Core type, none type, var argument where let's call it child. Child get content source to string, and then we do get format literal. What did I do with that then? And then okay, we extend, well, we appended it to the end. Okay, makes sense. Get format literal. Well, in that case, can I not? Hold on, can I not give it this automatically? That returns an empty string, right? If it doesn't, yeah. If it doesn't find it, it returns an empty string, and then let's change that to string. If argument I guess, how did I do that? I think it's a little bit naive how I did that, to be honest. Get format literal. Just see if it ends with it already. If it does, then I do that. Otherwise, I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. But for now, we can still do it. Ends with format literal. And that is false. Then they basically say argument plus equals format literal. And now we change this to argument. Let's see what comes out with that. Maybe it crashes, I don't know. Okay, well, it doesn't build. For one. Oh. Okay. Well, it at least finished. Let's see what we got out of it. I mean, okay-ish. But then the thing is, so two things. First of all, I would want to probably have this as like that. And then maybe yeah, I think we then take it out of here. That we put so if it's a string, we do that. How could I prevent that? I don't want to have it in the outermost initializer list. I guess one way would be preventing like that, but does that make any sense? Because I think that would break some other cases. I think I want to keep that. And in the component generator, I will just look for the default value. If our field.default value starts with, where? Can't even do it like that, 0. Then we do that, otherwise we put it in. Basically, I think. I guess we could make this a lot smarter though. Maybe I do that. Maybe this becomes a little bit more complicated. But I think that's fine for now. I think that will fix it, but I will put a comment here. Default value could support initializer list. Assignment. And well, yeah, like put it like that. That's fine. So I think, yeah, now that looks better. The question is, does that build? Do I have a task here to build? I guess I do. Or maybe not. Well, I do have that, I think, that builds as well. Oh, okay. That is interesting. I put the component here. How did I manage that? I guess this includes the component, or what? No. So why would it output that? Component.name. So did I do something weird with the transient component or what? I mean, I guess I have done something wrong. No, that looks fine. So why would... because I didn't... Is it because I didn't rebuild the thing? So basically I need to do... Why shouldn't that be automatic, but okay. Is it a .NET build? I'll never know. No, right, that's not it. It's probably that minus O out. That looks a little better. And if I hit build now, that should hopefully do it. Well, kinda. Where is my error? Light component fall off doesn't exist. That's true. Is that me being stupid or spotlight component? There is a fall off here, but it doesn't have an equal. So I guess I'm not parsing that correctly. I mean, that's nice because I would want to support it like that as well, but so I guess doing that fixes it. Yeah, now we have it. But we don't have a default value. That's fascinating as well, so I guess that's wrong. So there's a couple of things that we need to fix. And then we have other things that don't work. Okay, cool. Makes sense. So let's fix that. So the first thing would be, why do we not have a default value for intensity? Because it should be here. So I guess we go back. Parse field. Oops, I need to put a breakpoint into name, I think. What's the type? Okay. Oops. Step in. Yeah, I'm not used to those hotkeys. Format literal F. Is that already? It's not what I wanted. Intensity, okay, that is already intensity, and then we have like no default value here, or what? Yeah. Well, it's not really what I wanted. Never mind. Yeah. Why would that be the case? Let's do a console write line argument current symbol. Oops, I need to save. Stop it. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get rid of that. Then we have an assignment expression float literal. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. So I guess it's like if we are float literal or string literal, or what other literals do I have? I have quite some. Integer and bool, okay. I think all of those I would want to parse as well, just as is. And then if we kick that out, I think that should already do it, that we have those again. Yeah, perfect. And then that would be this. And what else can we do? I guess there was one more thing I wanted to do. Well, yeah, I wanted to test if I now do this again, that should work as well again, right? Okay, no, it doesn't. It again gets rid of the initializer. Is that a grammar thing? Field initializer, maybe. It's either an assignment expression, an initializer list. I guess, or just an expression. I think that's fine to be just that, right? Save without format. That's what I thought. That's unfortunate. We have a conflict now because we can be too many things. I think there's an overlap. The conflict is expression initializer list or what? Field initializer, where do we have that? Maybe. Yeah, take care. Take care. And yeah, I probably won't be here tomorrow, but let's see when I will be. Well, latest Wednesday again. Hello, fluid concepts. I have no idea what you're saying, but sure. I think expression is not, or maybe it could be a literal. Maybe it could be a literal. In here. So that could be change literal. Save without format, thank you. Okay, that worked. Build. And now we go up. 1, 2, 3. Well, okay, one more. And now we do a .NET build. Well, and it, well, I guess that's fine. We can take this 3-seater lib here and put it in the right spot. And then we can try that again. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Did that run now? Okay, that actually did it. Perfect. Cool. So it's mostly working. Well, I guess I need to do the string literal. Well, if it's a literal. I still need to do the correct thing. So I guess if it's a string literal or a bool literal, we are fine. But those two we need to delete, put here, yank that, put that here, and then we need to value, well, default value or value. And then we need to still do that. Is that not it? Oh, okay, no, it's not. ToString. And we don't want that here. Why is that here? I was wrong. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. I think what's wrong here though, but I will leave it for now, is that we append the format literal of the type, even though maybe the initializer list expects something else. But yeah, we will fix that along the lines later when we need it. I guess as well. No, let's not do it. I don't know. Okay, so I assume we could go here, do a .NET build again. Have a couple of warnings which we will fix later. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to start this one and see if we build again. Well, we definitely won't build because the volume component I didn't adjust yet. Yeah, I think it's that volume OCD. Yeah. Do we have any other? That's the only component? No, right? Yeah, no. Unfortunate. Where is that? I mean, that looks fine. Volume generation component. Oh, because I have one more here. But now I have everything right. Is my code generator ported to 3-seater? It looks like it. If we start, we're good. And then that would be a big improvement. Yeah, okay, we are. Nice. And we still have all the components here, right? Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Because that makes extension way simpler. And yeah, it just makes it way more sane. Cool. With that, I will call it a day for today. That was all I wanted to do for today. Get that up and running. So I will clean that up today off stream, submit that. And then yeah, next week we can now continue with the physics and jump to the terrain. But yeah, I think that is quite nice with how it works now. And we can more easily now extend our generator, because now we have an actual syntax for our files, our component definition files. Granted, it's like one more keyword here now, but I think it's for the better, because as I said, we would now in theory support enum declarations, which I don't parse, but yeah, we would. And we can do other stuff as well, which I have planned for the future, but yeah. So yeah, that's about it for me today. We will be back latest Wednesday as usual, because that's the usual streaming schedule, but maybe I squeeze in a short stream on Monday or Tuesday. Let's see. It will be a little bit more on demand, and I hope I don't forget to post in Discord, so that I don't need Captain Chica to remind me to do it. Yeah, thank you very much. See you latest on Wednesday. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Take care and have a good start into the week.